Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everybody. Welcome to this another new and important class today. This is Sadek and Khoka and today's topic is on the indefinite pronouns. So today in this class we are going to talk about what are the indefinite pronouns and what are the grammatical use of indefinite pronouns, the subjects, verbs and agreements in details. Okay? Before begin our class, if you new in this class, then definitely subscribe our YouTube channel and follow our Facebook page so that you don't miss any of the lesson from the next. And if you want, you can share this video with your friends and whoever you know. Okay, no problem. So let's take a look on the board. Indefinite pronouns, the words is divided into two words. Indefinite and pronouns. What is the meaning of indefinite? First, definite. Definite means the exact, the clear, the final, the particular. Indefinite means the exact, the clear, the final, the particular thing, person or group. And the indefinite means is not clear, is not exact, is not final, is not particular, not exact, not clear, not final, thing, person or groups. Okay, so what is the pronoun? Pronouns means the instead of noun, the which use the instead of noun. So finally, the indefinite. What is the indefinite pronouns? Indefinite pronouns are, for example, these words. No one. I'm not talking to you, the Rahim and Kareem, she, there. No one. The indefinite person, thing, or the indefinite group of person. Okay. No one, for example, no one knows everything. No one knows everything. Okay. Nothing. I am not referring to a specific activities. The indefinite activities. Nothing. For example, nothing is impossible if you try. It means everything is possible if you try. Okay, everything. And the third one is nobody has an excuse in the group. Nobody has an excuse in the class. Nobody has an excuse in the class. Okay, everything. For example, everything is going to go right. You know, my study, my exam preparation, my coaching, my tuition, my family and my wife, my children, my projects, everything is going to be all right. Everything, the indefinite activities. Okay. The fifth one is everywhere. Where is in the place, and everywhere means the indefinite place. For example, one day Khoka school will become everywhere. It can be in Cox's Bazar, in Chittagong, in Dhaka, Rajshahi, and out of the country, everywhere. One day Khoka school will become everywhere. Okay. Somebody. Does somebody have a pen? Does somebody have a pen? You. Does somebody have a pen? No. Everyone in the class, everyone in the group, everyone is happy. Everyone is happy. Everyone is excited to join this class, to enjoy this class. Okay, everybody is here. I'm here. You are here. She is here. Everybody is here. Okay, someone. The indefinite group, the indefinite person of group. Someone have my keys. Someone has my keys. Someone has my keys. No. So these are called the indefinite pronouns. What are they called, guys? The indefinite pronouns. Okay. So in this part of the class, we are going to focus on the grammar. We are going to talk about the subjects, verb, agreement. The subjects, verbs, and agreement. When the subject and verb meet, they have to have agree with the number and quality. Okay, with the we add the verb, we add the letter as, es, or I, es, if the word end by the consonant y. If the word end by the consonant y. Okay. In English, in the simple present tense, have a general sentence rule. Is that we put it do. Okay. Subjects, verb, and objects. When the subjects and verb, here subjects and verbs have to have agree. So in this class, how does the verb react with the subjects? When these are the indefinite pronouns, we put it in the place of subjects. How does the verb react? Or how the subjects, what happened with the verb? How the subject affects on the verb? Let's try to explore this case. Okay, pay a lot of attention to this grammar part. So the rule is when the subject is an indefinite pronoun. What I say? When the subject is an indefinite pronoun, the verbs takes the s form of verb. The verb takes the s form of singular verb. For example, let's take a look at some sentences on the verb. We have many examples here. The first one is everyone. Everyone is in the class. Everyone is in the class. Here we take the s form of to be verb is, not are. Are is a plural form, not is. Is singular and are not. Are is the plural form. So it is correct to say everything is in the class. Nothing is possible. Nothing is possible. If nothing is possible, okay. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is possible. Nothing is impossible. Okay. Everything is okay. Everything is, not are. It is incorrect. Not are. Not are. So another example of the as form is the example here with the with have changed into has in the third person singular number. For example, someone has my keys. Someone has my keys. Similarly, nobody has my keys. Hey, somebody has my keys. Somebody has my keys. Okay, so let's take a look. Another example of the as form is anybody sees the class. Anybody sees the class. No one sees the class. Here we have verb see with as form. We have the verb see in the as form. We add the as. Anybody sees the clause, or no one knows everything. Knows as form of verbs. So now let's talk about the negative and interrogative tense. We use for the negative and interrogative tense does. We use does auxiliary, and for the negative we don't use doesn't. Let's take a look an example here. Okay, anybody does the homework? No sir, nobody does the homework. Nobody does the homework. Nobody does the homework. Here we don't use nobody doesn't the homework, because why? These word and no one, these word are already included negative. These words are already negative. If I say this is a full package of negative, so we don't use doesn't. Nobody doesn't the clause. We have the double negative. If this is negative, the second negative, one negative and two negative, it is incorrect. So we use just does. Nobody does the homework. No one knows. We don't use no one doesn't know everything. It is incorrect. So nothing is not impossible. It is incorrect. Nothing is impossible. Similarly, if we want to make question, we use just does. Does, not don't. Not do. Did is for the past. It is for the past. For the present tense, does and do. We use just does. For example, does someone have a Does someone have a book? Does someone have a book? Does someone, here we don't use do someone have a book, or here we use doesn't. No sir, doesn't someone doesn't have a book. Okay, we use just does someone have. It was has, change into have. Following this rule is that for the interrogative we follow this rule: auxiliary verb plus subjects and verb based from. It was actually has, changed into have. Okay, I think all of you understand this clause. Though if you have any question, put it in the comment section. See you in the next class. May Allah protect all of us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.